the stock market now tumbling into Turkey Town, smashing into the very critical 21 weekly moving average bounce band. Bitcoin is experiencing massive volatility as it dips its tip below the $40,000 level support briefly before zooming back above it. But the big question is it dumpy time or pumpy time? I'm your host, Squirts Magoo, and just like you, I'm absolutely hemorrhaging net worth. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to like, subscribe to me, absolutely time-sensitive alerts. If you're interested in any bonuses, make sure to check out everything below. I have one Twitter, one Instagram. The rest are all fake accounts. Never respond to them, never send them your crypto. They're all scammers, impersonators. Make sure to drop your comment below. It is for subscribers. Pick the equivalent for Bitcoin or Ledger. And without any further Magoo, let's dump in. Absolutely bigger than big times two. So guys, we see the stock market absolutely taking a little bit of a dumpy today as we're below the 21 and 50 day moving averages. But on this weekly chart, this is the mega bounce zone, the 50 or the 21 week moving average, where every time we visited this over the past year, we've gone up. Actually, like the past couple of years, except for the crash back in March of 2020. That was one of the only, in the very end of 2018, which was also the bottom of the Bitcoin bear market. Those are like the only times that the SPX has failed to hold that. So for the most part, it always holds that. So that's very important. Now, the reason I bring this up is because, say you and your family go out to Red Robin, get a couple of milkshakes and cheese dippers, and you come back and you see that the SPX is all the way down here. That wouldn't be good for Bitcoin. So again, we got to watch this. We got to keep our eyes on this because, at least historically, it has not been good if the stock market starts absolutely dumping. But before we get into Bitcoin's price as well, let's take a look at a few things. Bitcoin dips below 40K as the death cross looms in the charts, which is the 50 moving average going below the 200. And if we look on this chart here, you can see it's this green line right here going below this yellow line. Now, this is not some sort of mega dump signal like people used to believe. I think for the most part, people realize nowadays that it's not like super important. For example here, it's a bearish indicator with the 50 going below the 200, and death crosses were witnessed in June, late March of 2020, and October of 2019, and they were bear traps or false signals that marked major price bottoms. So they were not some devastating thing, and it did not spell fresh dumpiness for Bitcoin. In fact, those were the bottoms for Bitcoin, and they went up afterwards. The consolidation seen after the mid-June death cross resolved in a fresh bull run as seen in the featured image. Here, as you can see here, this was the death cross, and then not too much longer after that, we absolutely started pumping there. And again, just moving averages by themselves are not super reliable. Really, you want to factor everything in with TA anyway. It's only a tool to help you better predict, but nothing is ever going to give you 100% accuracy anyway. There's not one single thing or even 100 things you can combine and know for sure what's going to happen, right? They're just tools that can try to help you. But the market is often oversold and due for a bounce by the time these death crosses are confirmed. And that was the case for the last few death crosses. So with that in mind, not anything super big to panic about. And as well, we have the Bitcoin rainbow Teletubby chart here, and according to this chart, we're right in the middle of the bone zone, or should I say we're right in the middle of this one. And if we go a lot lower, those are absolute buying the dip, touch the tip moments, and the higher we go, that's usually when you want to sell out a little bit. And we're kind of right in the middle right now, kind of teetering between hodl and still cheap, getting close to buy, and then basically a fire sale, meaning buy. So again, none of these are 100% accurate anyway, but this is a tool that has been used for a long time as well, just to kind of gauge where the market's at. And also, billionaire investor Bill Miller putting 50% of his net worth into Bitcoin. That's absolutely huge, right? He's quoted here as saying, I think the average investor should ask himself or herself, what do you have in your portfolio that has the kind of track record that is very, very underpenetrated? Nice. Can provide a service of insurance against financial catastrophe that no one else can provide, okay, and can go up 10 times or 50 times. The answer is nothing, outside of Bitcoin. So with that being said, this absolute, I guess you could call him a mega moon boy, I would assume, is absolutely very bullish on Bitcoin. And the rest of us micro moon boys are equally bullish, I would assume. I am very bullish on Bitcoin. So yes, this micro moon boy is very bullish on Bitcoin. So yeah, as you can see, guys, we had a pretty volatile morning. Actually, we dipped a little bit below 40. Again, the last few videos we've been talking about 39.5, but then specifically a quick wick, maybe even down to the lowest of like 35, 36 to absolutely scare the cream out of everyone, right? Absolutely knock everyone's socks off. And we haven't gotten that, but we did see a really quick wick and a big bounce here. Very, very big, very interesting. And before we go with Bitcoin, again, some alts are getting absolutely annihilated. And again, that's going to continue to happen if the market just trends downward as a whole. These are risk-on assets. And if Bitcoin starts tumbling, another 10, 15, 20% to the downside, which I don't expect, and if anything like that did happen again, I would think that would be a massively small amount of time window before initiating a bounce. But if that continues to happen, then yes, the alts are going to get absolutely beaten, slapped, spit, and clobbered on, absolutely barred on, hands down, without question, without doubt. And yeah, I mean, if we take a look here, really, we're kind of just still defending 40K. This is really the only thing that matters here with Bitcoin. But again, I started off the video talking about the SPX. Very important here. If you go out for cream and milkshakes with your boys and you come back and the price is all the way down here, that's not good. That's not what we want to see. So you get a new channel, make a list to me, absolutely 10 cents delivered. So you guys are interested in protecting your crypto, bonuses, anything like that for trading, make sure to check out the stuff below. Never send anyone your crypto in hopes of doubling it back or whatever that baloney is. I have one Twitter, one Instagram. They're both below. Every other one is fake. Even if they have a lot of followers, they're just fake bot followers, and their accounts get deleted rather quick, but they try to take advantage of that little window of time where they can suck your crypto out of your wallets, okay, by trying to scam you there. So don't ever fall victim to that, whether it's an email, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, X videos, whatever it is. Never respond to those messages. And as well, make sure to drop your comment below. Without any further ado,